Okay, it's in honor of Election Day. I've got the next big, huge spot that changed political advertising. If you follow political ads at all, you'll probably recognize this one. This one came around in the 80s, and which means you'll know who it was for. Um, and it was the second. It was for Reagan, so it was a spot that captured the spirit of the country after his first 3.5 years in office, and attempted to uh, strike an optimistic tone, which nowadays is kind of rare. Although, there's a stark difference today with what the election is tomorrow between optimism and optimistic rhetoric and dark rhetoric. I'm not trying to get political, just calling a spade a spade. But optimism tends to work better. We'll see if it does tomorrow. But it tends to work better, and it certainly worked for Reagan. And the other thing I'd mention about this spot is it has a concept to it. It's not just trying to hit voters over the head. There's an idea behind it, and it has such a folksy Americana tone that it's no wonder it was so successful. Let's take a look.
It's morning again in America. Today, more men and women will go to work than ever before in our country's history. With interest rates and inflation down, more people are buying new homes, and our new families can have confidence in the future. America today is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
So what they're trying to evoke here is obviously the last 4 years earlier under Carter, there was mass inflation, there was some good, some peace accords and things that Carter did, but for the most part, people vote with their wallet, and Carter was not getting it done. So Reagan is trying to capitalize on how he changed the economy, changed a lot of different people's lives. And to his credit, and I think to Hal Riney's credit, Hal Riney was the guy who not only wrote that commercial, Morning in America, but was the voice for it. He's the voiceover for it as well. Hal Riney also wrote a few other spots, most notably a one called The Bear in the Woods, which was trying to not personify, but an analogy to the threat of the Soviet Union. And having lived through that myself, that one struck a real chord for people because Reagan said he would keep us safer. And fear again, that started back in '64 with Johnson's Daisy ad. It still resonates, and it still moves the populace toward certain candidates who espouse keeping people safe. So the idea that an ad for a politician could be conceptual was new for this time, and it was really cool. Promise and optimism also were really nice, but again, it's not just saying that. Because it was his second, his re-election campaign. He wasn't BSing everybody saying this is what's going on out there when clearly it's not. He was capturing what actually was happening out there, which was optimism and people buying houses and that kind of thing. So that's the second one. If you like ads or like creative director's take on it, give me a link and follow. Again, caveat: this is not meant to be political. I'm not trying to get any agenda out here, and in fact, I'm not a political creative director. I'm a creative director 30 years doing basically consumerist advertising. But give me a like and a follow, and I'll follow up with another spot later that you probably, if you don't live in Minnesota, you probably haven't seen and never heard of.